to record it.
Good evening and welcome. We have come together tonight to take part in the weekly practice of prayer for this country, which will continue through the next year, from now through the inauguration in January of 2025. The leadership of these weekly prayer gatherings will rotate through the year, and we hope to draw upon many spiritual traditions because no one tradition is sufficient to express all our hopes and yearnings for peace, justice, compassion, and healing for our nation. The opening prayer will be recorded, but after that, for our group prayer time, the recording will be stopped so that you may feel free to add your spoken prayers, to sit in meditation, or simply listen as others offer prayers or meditations. You may also want to add a prayer to the chat if writing out your prayer is what's most comfortable to you. Tonight, I will lead the opening prayer. My name is Lynn Dunn. I am a retired Presbyterian pastor who recently moved with my husband from New York to Washington, D.C. to be closer to our son and his family. Our theme tonight will be Truth Over Tribe. And so as you offer any prayers you wish for our country, you might pay special attention in your prayers tonight to how the Spirit moves you to interpret this theme. How might truth itself require each of us in this country to consider how our accustomed ways of identifying ourselves with our family, our cultural, or our historical associations, how those things might influence our understandings and interpretations of the facts. In the Christian tradition, the question, what is truth, has a special significance, especially in this Lenten season, as we approach the remembrance of the crucifixion and celebrate the resurrection. Jesus claimed, I am the truth, the way, and the life. What is truth is the betrayer's question, meant to ensnare the hearers in a twisted proposition that there is no standard of truth. These were the words uttered by Pontius Pilate as he handed Jesus over for torture and death. But Christians affirm that the truth that Jesus embodied could not ultimately be destroyed, but rose from the dead to be the standard for generations of what is true. And that is that God is love. So if you are ready, would you please join me in prayer? Holy and immortal God, loving and creative Spirit, you hold all human life as precious, fully knowing and loving each one of your children. We come to you in prayer today, tonight. We, your children, sometimes seem hardwired to cling to others who are in some way like us, who share our ideas, our values, and with whom we share common history, language, and customs. When we are anxious or afraid, oh God, we look to these familiar others who seem like us to give us comfort and reassurance, even when our notion of tribe is idolatrous, even when it is merely illusory or even delusional, even if what seems to be our tribe is deceptive and destructive. So much in the world today seems alarming and contrary to what we think should be common sense, common values, common goals, and common knowledge. So much in the world today demands our attention, even when we know our attention should be directed toward more wholesome and productive thoughts and activities. So much in the world today celebrates violence and denigrates other human beings, representing them as somehow less than human, when we have taught and know deeply in our hearts and souls this truth, that each one is beloved by you, O God, and is in spirit our sibling. And so, loving God, we come to you tonight to pray for our whole country and even for the whole world. We come to you because we believe only you can restore this crazy world to sanity. We ask that you would place a renewed vision of love and peace and hope within the hearts of each person throughout this country and throughout the world. We ask that you would melt hearts of stone and replace them with hearts that recognize the deepest truths of life. We ask that you would move in the lives of anyone who feels desperate and fearful and angry, and that you would replace that fear with the assurance of your steady and unwavering love. We ask this so that we might be the people you have called us to be, loving our neighbors, befriending the friendless, giving hope to the hopeless, and care to those who have never known love. Because only in this way can we be fully alive. We seek to love others in a bigger and fuller way because you first loved us in such a big way. We know deep in our hearts that you have given us hearts meant for love, not for clinging. Open the hearts of our people, immortal and mighty God, to the knowledge of the greatness of your love. Amen.